Greetings to all my dear children. Let's begin with the second video of the tenses. The first video consists of the present tense and the four forms of present tense. So here we go. Basically, we all know that there are three kinds of tenses or three types of tenses that we need to learn. The first tense that we have already covered is the present tense and the four forms of the present tense. Herein, we are going to study one by one about the four types of the past tense. So the first one is the simple past, the second one is the past perfect, the third one is the past continuous, and the fourth one is the past perfect continuous tense. Before we begin, let's revise all the forms of the verbs that we have learned in our first video. V1, which is called the base form, or you can say the present form of the verb. Okay, now V2 is called the past form, which is basically formed by adding ed or t to base form of the verb. Then we have V3, which is formed by adding ed, t, or en. For an example, if I tell you dream, dreamt, dreamt, dream, dreamed, dream. So both the forms are possible here. Now V4, present participle or continuous form, which is formed by adding ing to base form of the verb. Now next is V5, which is called simple indefinite form, isn't it? And that is formed by adding s or es to V1 form of the verb. Let's begin. It is a grammatical tense whose function is to place an action of situation in the past. You can see the example: sang, went, and washed. If I ask what would be the V1 form of sang, definitely your answer would be sing, isn't it? V1 form of went, your answer would be go, and V1 form of wash, your answer would be wash. So when ed or irregular forms of verbs are also there, like you can see, is sang is your irregular form of the verb, went is your irregular form of the verb, fine, and regular form of the verbs are basically formed by adding ed. So these words mentioned over here indicates the past action that is already completed in the past. So in simple words, past tense is a verb tense used for a past activity or a past state of being. You can see the examples, children. I jumped in the lake. This is a past activity. Jumped is showing your activity. That is an action, right? So that tells us about the past activity. But if I say I was happy, was indicates a state of being, that I was happy. This is a past state of being. So what I mean to say over here is past tense is a verb tense that indicates or tells us about past activity or a past state of being. I hope you have understood. So we are going to start with the first form, that is the simple past, and you can see the form over there. The verb form, there is verb plus ed, that is V1 plus ed. For an example, if I say play, played, right? Play, played. And there are irregular forms of the verbs also, like sing, sang, sung. Okay, so there's a change in vowels over there, right? So they're called irregular forms of the verb, like go, went, gone. So these are again irregular forms of the verb. So regular forms are basically formed by adding ed to the base form of the verb. Fine. Now, where is the simple past tense used? It is used to express the idea that an action started and finished at specific time in the past. So, specific time or time reference is always mentioned, and it indicates that the activity is completed in the past itself. For examples that are given over here, I saw a movie yesterday. So yesterday here indicates that the action of seeing a movie is already over in the past. Likewise, I didn't see a movie yesterday. Now didn't or did not will always take a V1 form of the verb along with it. Yesterday there is a time reference that indicates that the activity of seeing or the action of seeing movie is already over. Now some common time expressions are given here, which are last month, last week, last year, when I was a child, long time ago, etc. Now coming on to the next form of past tense, that is past continuous form. How is this past continuous form is formed, my dear children? How it is formed? How this tense is written, or what is the structure for this tense? It is formed by adding was verb plus V4 form, that is verb plus ing form to the subject. Okay, so we all know that the basic structure of any sentence is subject plus verb plus object. So this is how here, as we are talking about continuous form, that is past progressive, it is also called past progressive tense. So here you are going to add V4 form to was and were. Where is was used? Was is used with singular subjects, and where were is used along with your plural subjects. So these are the things that you need to keep in mind. Now you can see the first usage over here. The first use says that a common use of the past continuous is to show the longer action was interrupted, usually by a shorter action in the simple past. That is very easy. You can see the example. We often use the time expression when. So whenever we use this time expression when, it goes with, it agrees with the simple past tense that we use. So the longer action can be indicated by the past continuous, whereas the shorter action can be indicated by your simple past tense. So where is it applicable? It is applicable when the two tenses in the past are used together. Okay, so for an example, like right now I've said past continuous along with simple past. I was swimming in the sea when I saw a shark, isn't it? So I was swimming indicates a longer action. When, as I told you, is always used with simple past. So when I saw a shark indicates a shorter action. Okay, that is wherein the longer action is being intervened by this shorter action of seeing. Now coming on to the next example, if you can see over here, Henry was sitting at home, right? Henry was sitting at home when the phone rang. You can see when the phone rang. So as I told you, this time expression is always used along with simple past tense, right? So this indicates a shorter action, whereas this indicates your longer action, that the action of Henry sitting at home was in a continuous continuation, and it was interrupted by or intervened by, you can see, the sudden ringing of the phone. Hope you have understood this point. Now coming on to the second usage, it says when two actions are happening at the same time, we use the time expressions while, isn't it? I was talking to Sarah while she was driving. We were playing while Dad was cooking dinner. So these are few examples of the time expressions that we use in past continuous tense along with the usage that I have mentioned over here. Now the last usage which I want to explain over here is, you can see we can also use this tense to show a continuous action happening at a specific time in the past. You can see at 6 o'clock, 6 o'clock is your specific time. Okay, that is mentioned over here. So along with the specific time, continuous action is used. I was eating dinner. I hope the usage is very much clear to all of you. Moving on to the next slide, we will find the next form of the past tense. Now, as we can see, the other form of the past tense, that is the past perfect tense, and the form of this past perfect tense is subject. With all the subjects, we are going to use had plus past participle, and we all know how this past participle is formed. It is formed by adding T, EN as well as D. I'll give you an example for this. For an example, learned. Okay, so the V2 form will be learned. The V3 will be learned. Okay, we can also add ed to learn. That is the old form. Okay, so learn, learned, learned. Fine. So this is how past participle is formed. And past perfect, the structure goes like this: subject plus had plus past participle. Now, wherein we use this past perfect tense? When two actions takes place in the past and the one that is already completed, okay, has taken place earlier than the action, recent action. For the earlier action, we are going to use past perfect tense, and for the most recent one, we are going to use simple past tense. Okay, I'll give you an example. The film had started when we arrived. It means when we arrived, this is the recent action. The film had already started, and you can see this is not in the chronological order. And when the actions are not in the chronological order, the time always moves backward. Okay, the movie started, then we arrived. Had the sentence been in this form, you can see over there, example B, the film started, the movie started when we arrived. Okay, then in that case we will use simple past tense for both the sentences, because the actions are taking place in chronological order in the past and the actions are already completed. The film started when we arrived. It means we arrived at the same time the film started. So this is going in chronological order and the time is moving forward. But if you see the first example, the film had started when we arrived, isn't it? It means the film had already started. The action of starting of film had taken place in the past, and then we arrived over there. Fine. So when the actions are placed in chronological manner, there we find that time moves forward. But if it is not, time moves backward, and that's the reason before the most recent action we use past perfect tense, and for the other part of the sentence we use simple past tense. I will give you one more example. If I say she couldn't drive because she had lost her keys. Okay, she couldn't drive, action 2, and she had lost her keys, action 1, right? But it is not placed in chronological order. That's the reason for the most recent action, she couldn't drive, we are going to use what? Simple past tense, and the action that had happened earlier than the recent action, we are going to use past perfect tense. Okay, like on Monday, she lost her keys. On Tuesday, she couldn't drive. This means this is in sequential order. Okay, this is a chronological story with time moving forward. That is, on Monday, she lost her keys. On Tuesday, she couldn't drive. But if I say on Tuesday, she couldn't drive because she had lost her keys. So for the most recent action, this is not placed. You can see these sentences are not placed in chronological order because we are talking about Tuesday first and then Monday. The action that had taken place on Tuesday, we are talking about it first, and then we are talking about the second action. So this is not actually placed in chronological order. So for the most recent action, as you can see, on Tuesday she couldn't drive, we are going to use past tense. But for the earlier action that had taken place, we are going to use what? We are going to use past perfect tense because she had lost her keys on Monday. So time here is moving backward. You can see over here, time here is moving backward. Fine. So for the most recent action, you are going to use simple past tense, and the earlier action taken before simple past tense, you are going to use past perfect tense. I hope it is very much clear to all of you. So here in this slide, we are going to learn about past perfect continuous tense. You can see the form over here. The form that is given here is had plus been plus V4 form. Okay, so we are going to use this form in order to create sentences for past perfect continuous tense, right? Since it is continuous, that's the reason we are going to use V4 form of the verb over here. So where we are going to use this tense, you can see over there, this tense is used to emphasize the duration of an action. that was completed before another action or event in the past. So you can see she had been driving, so the process had started somewhere in the past, okay, for 3 hours. That reflects the duration, the time period before she finally found the right office. So the action of finding the right office is already completed. The action continued, started, continued and completed in the past itself. Okay, she had been living in Italy for 3 years when she lost her job. Okay, so the process started in the past, continues and ends in the past itself when she lost her job. I had been waiting for 10 minutes before the bus came. So I had been waiting, okay, for 10 minutes duration of time before the bus came. So before another action took place and is completed in the past, the action of waiting is also completed. It started in the past, it continued and is completed before another action took place in the past. Okay, so that is indicated by simple past over there. How can we recognize that? We can recognize that by the verb that is used over there, that is came. So unlike the present perfect continuous, as we know that it indicates an action that began in the past, continued up to the present. The past perfect continuous is a verb tense that indicates something that began in the past, continued in the past and also ended at a definite point in the past. So there we use past perfect continuous tense. So we have completed past tense and its forms, 4 forms. Hope you have got the idea. You have learned the usage of various forms of past tense in this video. Thank you everyone.